Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Chris's Clever Craft. This is somebody who I've had the pleasure of getting to know over the last very long while. It's got to be well beyond a year. And Chris's Clever Craft is somebody who brings fun everywhere that he goes, not just on his channel, here in Superchat during the conversations that happen in the live chat, and everywhere that I run into him, frequently supporting other creators as well. Forgive me because I haven't caught a single thing that happened in the chat up until now. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow, and that should help me see it a little bit easier. I've got a few channels on the Wheel of Doom already. Members always get added right away. Sam Swag's Trains and More is being added right now. Chris's Clever Craft is up on the screen right away because we're actually going to have a better look at his channel later today when he presents a premiere for us in about 2.5 hours. We visited him many times before. We always have a good time there. Lonnie Songs and Other Things. Also happens to be a member, so they'll be added to the wheel with the Stock Explorer. I Am Betty J Gathers. Actually, Aubrey and Woman Outdoors, thank you all for coming in so early. I know Facing Reality was here early as well. I think I see Come Hither with Heather. Forgive me because I know yesterday was a really long wait. We didn't get to your channel. I was looking for you later in the stream, but you must have already been gone. It's very late for Come Hither with Heather, and yesterday was just unbelievably busy. So I do appreciate that from everyone. Of course, I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I'm going to try to keep my speeches a little bit more condensed today than I sometimes do. And that should see us getting more channels onto the screen than yesterday. And we try to get as many channels on the screen as we can in a 2 to 2.5 hour period every time we're here. Arshcam Boy, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right still. I know you've been here. I believe you've been to Superchat many times before. We run into each other constantly. I know my robot is welcoming you as if it's the first time here. So unless I'm mistaken about that, I think we're already connected. And forgive me for not being certain. 1SP, good to see you in the house. AceFlaw1 has been with Superchat for about 2.5 years and has been with this particular live stream series from the very beginning. Come Hither with Heather, of course, still in the house, like I said. Danny Days Homestead, good to have you back. Eerie Frog is here with us frequently. Facing Reality always spreads all kinds of positivity in the chat every time she's here. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is here with us just about every day. Freehandly Made AU. I caught a pretty informative live stream from her the other day. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but she was talking about autism and a lot of the things that go along with that, a lot of the facts, including the idea that we may not be able to identify that right away, and things like that, especially here on YouTube during live streams and live chats when the only context we have is what people are typing and we're not able to catch up with a lot of tone of voice and things like that. Happalistic Kitchen is here. I bring it every day. It's good to see you again. I know you've been here frequently. Kelly Family Adventures, it's good to have you back. Kicking It with Lulu, it's good to see you here as well. Kristin Welton, my love, is in the chat as a member and a moderator. Kristin Welton. Members, of course, get added to the wheel right away, so I'll do that right now. Northeast England Railway Clips and Gaming, good to see you in the house again. Soothing and Meditation Music, good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. I haven't seen Michael's Adventures yet today. I'm not sure if he's expecting to be with us or if he might be working. Michael's Adventures always sends his regards on the days that he's not here. He's been a dedicated and beloved moderator for a very long time. Of course, on the wheel, we have Scratchppa, another extremely supportive creator, a shining jewel in the Superchat family, and we're going to get to spinning the wheel right now. We'll get a better look at Chris's Clever Crafts channel today when we go and raid him for this premiere that we see is ready to go. And this is day 4 in a series of videos that he's doing, actually. He made a deal, and forgive me for not capturing details, but trading some simple work. Well, I say simple. What I mean to say is simply trading work for a car, which is fantastic. I love the idea of bartering. I always have. And it's a great way to either make money, save money, or get things done that otherwise might not be as affordable as other things. There's lots of other reasons to do it as well, but we're going to go and see a continuation of Chris's Clever Crafts series. Soothing and meditation music, I think I welcomed you. Actually, Aubrey is a brand new connection for Tuber Chat. They just found us within the last couple of weeks, but we are still getting to know this creator. Now, I am going to take one of your videos. I think I'm going to take this 15-minute one here, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. And that is something I have that just allows me to stay caught up with creators, make sure I don't fall behind with them, but it'll give me an opportunity to get you to know your content a little bit more. Gail Southern Living, it's good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's actually got 3 channels. She's here with us just about every single day. Hilda DC is another very much loved and well-respected creator from our moderator squad. I've got them on the wheel. The Gaming Ham is being added. And I see that Black Phoenix is coming in and dropping a super chat on us. They've done that many times before. Thank you so much for your extra generosity, especially to get us started for today. So Black Phoenix will be the next channel that we look at before I spin the wheel again. Actually, Aubrey has 560 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're going to be thinking about. Ketchup Doritos, that's possible. The Stock Explorer. One thing I find fascinating, you know, the United States has so many more flavors and varieties in a lot of the products that we don't get in Canada. Canada usually makes up only about 4% of the world market, so even with the population compared to the States being only 10%, it has to make real sense for a company to bring over every different variety and product, or every product that they have. But ketchup chips have always been one of the most popular flavors here in Canada, and I found it fascinating to know that in the States it's not so common at all, as far as I understand. So that's an ongoing thing, but I wouldn't be surprised to find out that we have ketchup Doritos, because it sounds natural to me, like of course they would, whereas maybe in the States it's not as popular a flavor, and therefore maybe not. I see that Emotion has also just dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. He sniped the stream boss position. Emotion is a talented singer and songwriter, and is here both as a moderator and a gold member, so we see that channel every single day in the slides that we run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, as well as his link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. So thank you one more time, Black Phoenix, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Emotion, thank you for yours as well. For that reason, we're going to make your channel the next one that we look at. I have to ask you to pardon me just for a quick second. I'm not going to shut the camera off. I'm just going to get up. I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to leave you to have a look at Black Phoenix for now. I didn't realize I was muted. Give me one more second. I'll be right back. All right, pardon me. We might be ready to go now, finally. I hadn't said anything important earlier. I was just talking nonsense. If I've missed anything in the chat, forgive me. Just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. There's Rock Chick Beauty who has come in, Runneth Over Garden and Life, Mrs. GG, and then I know I missed another couple of channels. Forgive me for that. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cooking with Miss Brown, a longtime dear friend of Tuber Chat, is here. Good to have you back in the house. And forgive me for anybody that I missed. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Right now, we're looking at Black Phoenix. Like I said, they dropped a Super Chat, so we put their channel up right away. Emotion will be next for the same reason. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Soothing and Meditation Music, yes, still here. The Bud Files, good to have you in the house. The Rose Life, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. Nicholas Family Adventures. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you, but it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time with Tuber Chat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. We have a lot of dynamic creators that will come through the chat today, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Black Phoenix, I've fallen behind with you, but I can see that you're posting frequently. They bring us both videos and live streams of a lot of video gameplay. I hope everybody will connect with them. We'll push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about, and they have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and dear friend to Tuber Chat for a very long time. Rock Chick Beauty, thank you for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that, and for that reason, your channel will be the next one coming up on the screen. TWP Popcorn, good to see you here. Oh, and then thank you so much, Nicholas Family Adventures, and thank you, Eerie Frog, for sending a friend over. You know, word of mouth really is still way at the top of the game when it comes to inviting people. Sharing on social networks also helps. If anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see the stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. But once in a while, we find somebody that comes in literally from a, invitation from somebody, whether it's in another live chat or a conversation or an offline discussion and things like that. And some of those creators turn out to be the ones that stick around the longest with you, and I appreciate that. And Facing Reality is still in the house. Queen's Life, good to see you here. Clarabelle and Family, good to have you here as well. Mrs. VSNC09 is on the Wheel of Doom. We're looking at Emotion, who dropped a Super Chat on us. When I look for this channel, I search for Emotion New Soul. My goodness, if I could copy and paste right. I'm just going to copy that into the chat for you here as well. Now, emotion is such an unbelievably popular word and name. So what happens is emotion is going to struggle with the search results for a little while, but it is a very strong, powerful name, and you can see that it's an official artist channel. Once we continue for a very long time to have searched, found, and clicked on this creator's name, as we do with each other, we will find that they will rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular emotion. Mr. Bones, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Emotion as well has a second channel. Now here is where they show us their original works. Like I said, this is a talented singer and songwriter. They bring us music videos and sometimes compilations or Tiny Desk concerts, sometimes premieres, sometimes live streams, a few reaction videos to round out the content on the channel. And then when we head down to their featured channels, we see that they've got a second one here called Writing with Emotion New Soul. This is where we get a behind the scenes look at the creator and the way that they produce their music. So basically the singing and songwriting process that goes along with the original works on Emotion's official artist channel. So I hope everybody will enjoy this. With over 700 subscribers right now, we'd love to push them towards the 800 that they're thinking about. And Emotion New Soul is fully monetized on their first channel. They are an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and have been a gold member here in TuberChat for a very long time. So thank you again. And they've got a few more reaction videos on this second channel to check out as well, which is giving them some wild success. They've really got their formula down when it comes down to those reaction videos. So I see that we've got some more action in the chat. BK54, thank you so much for that membership. Members always get added onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. So we're going to start that for you right now. You've been added to the wheel and you will be from now on. So I appreciate that. Your girl Lala, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I really do appreciate that extra generosity. So it won't be long before we have your channel up, of course. Now, Rock Chick Beauty is a longtime friend of TuberChat. And this is somebody who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well for a very long time. She reset and restarted her channel over a year ago, not too long over a year, and has already got over 700 subscribers again. So one of the ideas is, you know, if I knew then what I know now, wouldn't I be able to do better? So Rock Chick Beauty has already had some experience to give her channel a bit of a head start the second time around. So you can see the effort that this creator puts in, especially in their thumbnails right away. She is a dynamic creator. She will allow and encourage you to connect with others in her live streams and premieres, so you'll meet more friends and family members over there. She does a spectacular job with putting work into her thumbnails. As you can see, her banner and avatar usually match, and then as well she dresses those up for different occasions and holidays and things like that. It's really something to see. Camp Silky is getting added to the wheel as well. They happen to be a member also, and it's time for us to spin. So Rock Chick Beauty, thank you for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. And the next channel that we're going to look at right now is the Stock Explorer. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Meanty is in the house. That is Queen's Life's son with a separate channel, another official artist channel. So I hope everybody will check out the hip-hop music they've got going on there. The Stock Explorer comes to us with almost 800 subscribers right now, and what they bring us in their content is a level-headed and down-to-earth look at the stock market and crypto markets, but they take us everywhere from beginner tutorials with fundamentals to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. They often have product in hand, and they are mixing up the content by bringing us shorts as well as videos and a lot of live streams. Sometimes they have other panelists on with them, like on StreamYard. Sometimes they're showing us charts and graphs. Sometimes they might be even unboxing a product from a company which they have invested in when we talk about stock trading. And they often do these kinds of things. So we have a lot to learn from the Stock Explorer in both bite-sized information and in long-form content. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. I missed that question from the Gaming Ham. Can you do a tutorial on how to feature other channels, please? Yes, as a matter of fact, I will. So I'll do it right now. Right after we look at the Stock Explorer, I'm just going to show you their second channel. Nora from the Stock Explorer is an incredibly supportive creator and shows generosity in every way that you typically see on YouTube and goes over and above as well. I think I missed a channel coming in. Tamara's Recipes, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And Thank you, everybody, for those thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And then, yeah, we're going to do the featured channels tutorial. Again, we've done it many times. I just want to show you Tropical Buzz, which is a second channel from the Stock Explorer. We have more to learn from this same creator here. They're already on the road more than halfway to their first 100 subscribers. They're going to bring us along as they plant different types of things from different areas, I want to say around the world. I know they're doing a lot of seed swaps and things like this, so we have a lot to learn here. I'm just going to take this pepper challenge. I think I actually saw this challenge on another channel, but I'm going to add that video to my catch-up list. So let's go to our own channel, and I'm going to show you how to feature channels on your front page if you'd like to. If you want to mark the time, it is 25 minutes into episode 392 of Tuber Chat, so you can come back and watch this if you'd like to. Earth Varieties, good to see you here. You can get to this a couple of ways, but one of the ways you can get to it is by clicking the Customize Channel button that you see on your front page when you're logged in. And we'll just give the internet a second. It always takes a long time for this page to propagate because we're live streaming right now and just hammering the computer's processor. Just takes a second and then the page will come up. There's a lot of different things that we can do to dress up our front page. YouTube gives us 12 sections, including a trailer for anybody that hasn't already subscribed to your channel, and then a featured video for anybody that has subscribed but comes back to see your front page. Philip Lemon, thank you for the share on Facebook. Thank you for the shares on Twitter. I know we had a couple of people do that as well. SLK Chess, welcome in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Let me know if I'm not pronouncing that right, if it was meant to be Silk Chess or anything along those lines, but I'll keep it as SLK Chess unless you correct me. But again, it's great to have you here, so thank you for coming in for the first time. So here's our two sections I'm talking about with a trailer and a featured video. I hope everybody will go back and watch our episode 100, 200, and 300 to see what kind of a special live stream we have coming up in a couple of weeks when we get to episode 400. It's coming up. And then as well, Moments with Vanessa, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Keep in mind, for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, or if you haven't been here many times before, the best success here is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them, and then they'll do the same for you afterwards. So when we get into our extra sections here, there's a lot of different tools that YouTube gives us to dress up our front pages. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them, everything from shorts videos to playlists to featured videos. Now, if you don't already have a featured channel section, you can click this add section and you see all the different tools YouTube gives us, but featured channels is at the bottom. You just click right there. YouTube is going to likely add it to the bottom of the page. You can see that we have 4 featured channel sections, and I hope you'll check out Tuber Chat's front page to see what it looks like when you feature only one channel in one of these sections, like we do with our copyright-free music channel, and you have the opportunity to use that music when you get there. We have a couple of featured channel sections for our members, and then as well, when I talk about featured channels, I'm talking about the one we put at the top of the page. So you can drag this handle and move it up and down the page as you see fit, where you would like it to land, and when you're ready to start adding channels, you just head over here and click Edit Section Contents. Now, this has become extremely easy, where all we have to do is search. So I'm going to look for the Gaming Ham, and sure enough, they're going to come up right at the top of the list. Now, we actually had already done this. We already added the Gaming Ham, so they're right there already on our list. But whether you turn the check mark on or off decides whether they're in the list, and then again you can drag a handle just to move channels up and down if you want them in any particular order. One thing to note is that you can change the title of your featured channel section if you'd like to. We see a lot of creators come up with very creative names for this, but I just leave Tuber Chats as featured channels because we talk about this all the time. I want everybody to be able to be clear on what we're talking about. So a very important step is to click publish after you've finished with those channels. This ensures that your changes are saved and will propagate on your front page. So let's spin the wheel. We'll think about getting another channel up here, and the gaming ham. Yeah, I did it yesterday, so I think I added you yesterday, if not before that. Kristin Welton is coming up right now. This is my girlfriend. She has her own channel doing her own thing, and she is here both as a moderator and a member, actually. We'll see what she's got going on her channel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. So Kristin Welton has almost 1,400 subscribers. She's getting really close. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. What you'll find on this channel lately is a lot of product reviews and unboxings. I can't believe I'm so behind with her already. I think I caught up with a couple of these videos, but I was logged into my own account, but we'll find out. So I'm just going to take her latest one. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships. She is bringing us shorts as well as videos as well as live streams, and she has collaborated with other creators for some of these live streams. She's done lifestyle videos and a lot of other variety. Now when we look at her thumbnails, you'll see that branding has been a big idea on the forefront of her mind for a while now, where all of her thumbnails have a similar type of look, so she can be recognized even though they're not identical, and then they match the avatar and the banner. So hopefully everybody can take some inspiration from that. She's had some great success with shorts. She just put one out with a couple thousand views, but she's actually got one close to 20,000 and one close to 30,000 views as well. So I hope you'll go back and check those out. As I spin the wheel, we'll get to our next channel. It's going to be another creator who's here as a moderator and a member, which is Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And it's a little bit earlier for him right now, so not well after midnight like yesterday's was. We are always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can hit different creators from around the world in different time zones. We try not to move them unless we absolutely have to after they're set, but I did move yesterday's. I'm just going to get your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list, Sam. And this one here says this is how to get cheap train tickets in the UK. That is very cool. Rail sail. I hadn't heard that term before. That's very cool. So Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More brings us trains and stations, both indoors and outdoors. Sometimes he's taking a ride. Sometimes he's just taking a look around. But as well, there's a lot more variety on this channel, including vlogs, of course, and then a lot of live streams. Sometimes you'll find a product review or an unboxing video, but the live streams come in a different bunch of variety as well. Sometimes they're random, sometimes he's just hopping on, sometimes he's doing a Q&A or a game night, and then often he'll do a live stream specifically for the purpose of allowing people to connect in the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Now you'll notice that I missed this live stream, unfortunately, but he has just celebrated 6 years on YouTube as of yesterday, so that's quite an accomplishment. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More now has almost 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther up and over that milestone. Let's spin the wheel. Talk with Tori. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's active, we should get around to everybody. And if I've missed anything that anybody's mentioned in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll catch it the next time around. So the Gaming Ham was talking to us about the idea of doing those featured channels. This is the creator that was asking for that a moment ago. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman the Dream Team is in the house. And Talk with Tori, forgive me, I thought I recognized your name. This is your first time with Tuber Chat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I added a couple more names to our wheel as well. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman the Dream Team is a member, as is Needs Watches. So they've both been added to the wheel now. And as we get the wheel down to about 5 or 6 names, we will add some names from our chat list. It's open to everybody. And I do appreciate every moment everybody's spending today. So the Gaming Ham is an interesting name for a channel. Pardon me. This channel, this creator plays a lot of video gameplay, particularly Mass Effect more than anything else, but they do mix it up a little bit. And then as well, they happen to be an advocate for the amateur radio community, lovingly known as ham radio, and this is where we get the name The Gaming Ham. So it's an interesting combination. I hope everybody will connect with them. They've got 1 short so far. I wonder if they'll be posting any more shorts, but particularly they're doing a lot of live streams more than anything else right now. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They've got 175 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Vibes with the Thompson Family just dropped a super chat on us. And for that reason, we'll put their channel up right away before I start spinning the wheel again. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Vibes with the Thompson Family has almost 1,300 subscribers. They are longtime friends of Tuber Chat, and this is another channel where you'll get to meet more friends and family members for your own channel. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships, and they bring us all 3 types of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. Now I can see I'm behind, so I'm just going to take your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. And it sounds like a nice title there. You must treat yourself sometimes. Yes, I'll be happy to do that based on your advice. But I'm interested to see what they're going to come up with here. And Vibes with the Thompson Family is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see them frequently when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, supporting others myself as much as I can also. And then, yes, come hither with Heather, thank you. Swapping playlists, Nicholas Family Adventures is asking. So it's a simple arrangement. You're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for another creator. They're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for you. You're not obligated to sit and watch every single second of every video. A lot of creators here have playlists that go into the many hours, if not even days, some even weeks, and some beyond. But it's just an agreement to run it. So what that means is you could do it when you work, when you sleep, when you go out, when you're eating, or in another window on a computer, or on another device if you have one, or something like that. Now you can imagine if you get a lot of other creators running an entire playlist of videos for you, that you will have your watch hours really start to stack up quickly. But there's a couple of added benefits, and this is the reason I push it on Tuber Chat so much. First of all, you're trading favors with somebody, and that's a great way to get a friendship started. That's where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. The idea, of course, is however many videos you have for somebody to watch in a playlist right now, likely after you've swapped playlists with them and traded that favor, they will, your friendship will start, and that creator will watch most of the rest of the videos you come out with this year. And that's where you're really going to gain some watch hours, and you can do this with as many creators as you wish. And the other benefit is that when somebody runs an entire playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end. And that can bump up the averages on your entire channel for percentage of video viewed or time viewed per video, if you want to look at it that way. So you can imagine how these different benefits are substantial. So this is the reason we push it. If anybody would like to do that, just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you have not swapped playlists with anybody before, or even if you have but you just either like to know what people are expecting, or if you're just looking for somebody else to swap with, you can swap with me. Just reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Superchat. Patrick Kasoka Art. One of these days, I'm going to stop slipping when I say that. Patrick Kasoka Art, good to see you here. And I Want to Know is in the house. Good to have you here. Patty Southern Kitchen and more. And I see that Dangerous Jobbers is back in the house as well. Thank you all for coming back in. I Am Betty J Gathers is here with 236 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 300 she's thinking about. You recognize her energy here in the chat because she is constantly giving reminders for everybody to give those thumbs up. I'm just going to take another one of her videos here and add it into my catch-up list just so I can catch a little bit more of her content. I Am Betty J Gathers, of course, wants to motivate us with healthy living, I think, more than anything else, but it is a variety channel, and she brings us a lot of different things here. And then thank you, Michael's Adventures. Yeah, no, I must have, maybe I misspoke when I was talking about the fact that we pushed yesterday's live stream a little bit later, but today is fairly normal time. We're usually here 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays, but I do, I constantly say that we move the streams around, giving it the freedom to have different time slots. Tomorrow will be very late because we're going to our theme park here. We have special passes from the last 2 years, and those have been extended because of everything in the world. So they have a special preview day for people with gold season passes. So we're going to go and do that tomorrow. And, I love family time, but I do intend to stream on my personal channel, but it will be likely quite late by the time I get in and able to do Tuber Chat, but I never take the day off unless I absolutely have to. So we'll be here, but thank you for coming in, Michael's Adventures. I did mention you at the beginning of the stream, too, because I was like, I wonder if Michael's Adventures is working, or... and I did say, because he always sends his regards if he's not here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I Am Betty J Gathers is going to remind you, but they really do help. So I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. It really does help. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone, especially. And I see that Lonnie Songs and Other Things has dropped another super chat on us. He's done that many times before. Thank you for that extra generosity. And for that reason, your channel will be the next one that we look at before I spin the wheel again. Lonnie Songs and Other Things is coming up. That's a creator we're still getting to know, but they've come in here just blazing with generosity since meeting us a couple of weeks ago. So GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team is here. This is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat. She brings us all three types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams, and is somebody who will allow and encourage everybody to connect during her productions as well, the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. But she's been, like I said, a longtime friend, a very energetic and dynamic creator. She's got a team of loyal and dedicated supporters around her as well, and she's approaching 700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. I'm going to take your short video here. I'm just going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Georgia Girl. Be Bodacious, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Huga Homestead is back in the house. And then thank you so much, Dangerous Jobbers. Yeah, I've been on social media for a long time, but even I've come around to about 5 years on YouTube now. I have to look back at the date that I posted the first video. Wasn't on my channel. I started on YouTube running channels for other people, but long before I even started mine. But it is about 5 years right now. As a matter of fact, Superchat itself is coming up on its 2-year anniversary next weekend, April the 30th. Andale Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And it might be interesting to know, we have over 100 channels that come through every single day on average in a Tuber Chat live stream between 2 to 2.5 hours. And then as well, about 5 or 10 of those channels every single day are brand new and have not been here before. So there's always new people to meet, but there are a lot of creators that are here with us as often as they can be. That can relate anywhere from daily to weekly to monthly and to once in a while. But we got a lot of loyal and dedicated supporters here for everybody to meet. So Lonnie Songs and Other Things is somebody I'm still getting to know, but they just came into the Tuber Chat family blazing with generosity. They happen to be a member, so we put them on the wheel right away, but they just dropped a Super Chat on us as well. So they've knocked a little bit of life off of our stream boss, and they are approaching 493, or well, they're approaching 500 subscribers at 493 right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. All that fluff and stuff comes to us from Australia. It's almost surprising how many live streams they're able to catch because they're in a different time zone. They've just finished their summer months, and they have a channel that brings us outdoors on the water for a lot of different activities. We'll have a look at that soon, I'm sure. So thank you again, Lonnie Songs and Other Things. I really do appreciate your extra generosity, and we can see that this is another creator bringing us shorts as well as live streams and videos, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety. If anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, but could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead because of the engagement signal sent through the algorithm. One thing that YouTube really loves is when videos are shared outside, and the idea is called starting a session. It's something I don't talk about enough here, but when you take somebody that wasn't watching YouTube right that minute and make them start watching YouTube, particularly with your content, it's one of the very best things that you can do for the algorithm. Again, it's called starting a session, and that's why it's so beneficial for everybody when you share videos in different areas. One of the things I'm thanked for the most, the thing that I'm thanked for the most on YouTube is sharing on the community tab, because that's starting to get a lot of traction and really get noticed. And YouTube had let us know, but it looks like they finally rolled it out to everybody, that now when you share a video on your community tab, you can @mention anybody regardless of how many subscribers they have. So there are some cases where it's difficult to mention a channel just based on if their name is extremely popular, but otherwise it's easy to do for everybody. And in my opinion, it's a godsend too, because it helps get noticed, and it helps get a little more engagement out there. Thank you, Eerie Frog, sharing on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. I really do appreciate that. It's time for me to get some names on the wheel. I'll do that after I spin one more time. And Woman Outdoors is here. They come to us from the homesteading community. We've had an influx of creators come through from the homesteading community over the last many months. We find a lot of extremely generous and supportive creators there, not just to their own community and groups, but to everybody on YouTube. And they are doing a lot of focus on pushing each other towards milestones and things like that. So Woman Outdoors has a lot for us to learn. They are mixing up the stream, shorts, and videos. I'm just going to take your latest couple of short videos here. I'm going to add those into my catch-up list. That will help me to get to know your content a little bit better. I know Woman Outdoors has been here for a while now. They happen to be a member as well, so we had put them on the wheel as soon as I saw them in the chat. So let's spin the wheel, and it's time for me to get some names on there, so I'll do that in another second. And if I've missed anything in the chat that you've mentioned, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Scratchppa is one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my 5 years on YouTube, and I know a lot of other creators would have the same things to say, among other pleasant things. He is definitely a shining jewel in the Superchat family, and you can see the effects that kind of support that is given by Scratchppa to so many other creators comes back, if that makes sense to him. Every Tuesday he runs a premiere at 12:15 Eastern, and that's where we see a rush and flood of support that comes back to him, and what results in the fastest, or one of the fastest live chats that you have likely ever seen. Faster than Superchat, faster than most others. And it's just because there's so many people coming in to support him all within a 10-minute period for these videos. And it's an interactive series. So I'll describe what I mean by that. If you follow Scratchppa on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video, and it sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So I hope that you will. You can also take inspiration in the social media marketing that is used by Scratchppa and see how using the outside networks can draw in a lot of not only traffic but engagement to your channel and your videos. Kicking It with Lulu is coming onto the wheel right now, along with Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. And of course, Facing Reality was the first channel that I added. I'll add some more shortly. And Scratchppa is getting very close to 1,100 subscribers. I know he will be willing to swap playlists. So if you're interested in doing that, you can reach out to anybody in the chat just by simply saying I am willing to swap playlists. But I know he'll be willing to do that. Arlana Flowers, I'm not sure if I welcomed you today, but it's good to see you here. So thank you for coming in. I hope I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Scratchppa usually sets up his premieres by Saturday. We're there now, so I'm going to set my reminder, and I'll make sure that I'm there on Tuesday. I hope everybody can join us. So I'm spinning the wheel. Fresball Collects, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'll still be on in an hour. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now, though. Camp Silky is coming up right now, but Fresball Collects also happens to be a member, so we always put them on the wheel as soon as they arrive. They bring us numismatic collectible coins as well as precious metals. We'll see their channel soon enough. We're looking at Camp Silky right now. Superchat's usually here for 2.5 hours, almost every time. There have been a few times where we extended the stream to 3 hours, but my voice can't take it on the 4th day. We start to like really lose it. So I had to scale them back and cut them at 2.5 hours. But we are almost always here for 2.5 hours. So we should still be on for a while. And then actually we have a premiere coming up from Chris's Clever Craft, a longtime dear friend of Tuber Chat, and everybody will be able to continue connecting in his live chat, and you'll meet more friends and family members over there as well. So we got a long way to go today. Camp Silky has 110 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Still getting to know this creator, but you can see I've been through a handful of videos already. Hopefully they'll keep up the consistency because they're doing great. They've got featured channels here. This is what we were talking about earlier today. If you would like to know how to feature channels on your front page, the way that Camp Silky has done here with a few familiar faces, you can look back at 25 minutes into this live stream, which is episode number 392. And you'll be able to see exactly how that's done if you'd like to. Camp Silky is here with us just about every single day, and like I said, they happen to be a member, so we have put them on the wheel as soon as I saw them in the chat. They are definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So, if anybody is willing to swap playlists, I just want to mention it again. We're getting close to break time in another 5 minutes or so. If you want to swap playlists with anybody, just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I feel bad. Michael's Adventures, forgive me, I haven't asked you how the move was going. Michael's Adventures found themselves in a situation where they were moving pretty quickly, and it's great to know that you've done that. And that's quick stuff. So we'll be looking forward to seeing what Michael's Adventures is going to come up with, because he has probably the highest number, the largest number of videos of everybody, at least in the Tuber Chat family. He literally has thousands. Not sure if he's hit 3,000 yet. I'd have to go look. But Michael's Adventures often films outdoors from his place. So being in a new place, we will likely get some new videos. So we'll have to see what the background is looking like there. We'll be looking forward to it. And Needs Watches is coming up right now. We'll see what is happening with them. Needs Watches is somebody who also is fairly new to Tuber Chat. And they've been with us actually for a few weeks now. This is a channel that does one thing really well. You know, we talk about the idea of variety channels, niche channels, and I know there's a lot of opinion out there that, you know, has to do with whether you should be doing a niche channel or whether variety is a bad thing and this and that. There's way too much to get into as far as details and opinions than we can get into here in Tuber Chat right now. Maybe that's a subject we can bring up in episode 400 if anybody wants to hear my different opinions on it. But this is an example. If you want to see how a channel can be niched, this is an example of how that can be done, because there's so many brands and models of different watches and a lot of what is the word that I want to use? It's not fanatic. it's not that word when we talk about people who enjoy watches. I'll figure out the word and we'll use it from now on. But there's a lot of people who enjoy different watches of different types, and Needs Watches is doing a great job with that. So when we talk about swapping playlists, Be Bodacious just asked, what is the process for swapping playlists, or what on earth am I talking about? So it's just a simple arrangement. You're going to run a playlist for somebody else. They're going to run a playlist for you. You're not obligated to sit and watch every single second, because some creators have playlists that go on for way beyond hours, even days or weeks. So you're able to do this when you work, when you sleep, when you go out, while you're eating, or on a another device, or in another window on a computer if you have that, and things like that. And you could imagine that by getting a lot of other creators to run an entire playlist of your videos, your hours are really going to stack up. There's added benefits to it too, but the number one thing is, of course, you're trading favors with somebody, getting a friendship started. And this is where you really get a lot of watch hours, because when you make friends on YouTube, chances are they are going to watch most of what you're going to come up with in the next year. I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers. I'm talking about some of the true friends that you're going to make. And for a lot of creators, that's what I hear is their favorite thing about the YouTube journey, is the friendships that are made. So Fresball Collects might be working right now and not able to catch what we're doing, but they did come in. They are likely going to be back. They're here with us just about every single day, and they happen to be a member, so we had already put them on the wheel. It's almost time for me to get some more names from our chat list, so I'll do that in another moment. Gloria's Platter's here right now. Thank you for coming in. And Fresball Collects is bringing us a look at numismatic collectible coins as well as precious metals. I'll see if I hover over one of these here. You get some of these things. Here in Canada, our post office is one outlet where you're able to find a lot of these special coins that are put out and distributed, particularly by the Royal Canadian Mint, but I know there's a lot of different mints around the world. I actually went for a tour of the Royal Canadian Mint when I spent some time in Ottawa a couple of summers ago. That's our nation's capital, and they actually make a lot of the coins for a lot of other countries around the world as well. But Fresball Collects is bringing us some detailed information with particular sets of coins, whether they be numismatic collectibles or precious metals. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They are definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to take their latest video and add it into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind, and we would love to push them a little bit closer towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And if you have the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly as well. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today, but because of the engagement signals that you send into the algorithm when you do that, then we could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. So we're going to take a break for about 3 minutes. We're going to come back and we are going to see Mrs. VSNC09. All right, we're back, and we are looking at Mrs. VSNC09. This is a creator who's here with us every single day. They happen to be a member. They are an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I hope you will connect with them. They've got a bit of variety on their channel, and a little more than half, I think. I could be wrong. It might be much more than half of their content revolves around the royal family. God Soldiers, good to see you here. Ghostly Winds came in as soon as we went on break there. We still got about an hour and a half to go, and then we've got a premiere coming up from Chris's Clever Craft at the end of the stream. I will leave this stream running until his premiere starts, and you'll be able to meet more friends and family members when you're there in his chat as well. Forgive me, I think I missed somebody else coming in the chat. I know I gave a couple of welcomes, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mrs. VSNC09 obviously has a lot of channels on their front page doing the featured channels that we were talking about earlier. They show generosity in many different ways over and above the typical things we see on YouTube. I can't believe I'm falling behind with you. I see Mrs. VSNC all the time. But I'm just going to take this recap video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall behind. Now, Mrs. VSNC09 is a creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. And you'll hear me describe a few creators like that, but Mrs. VSNC09 is found frequently, literally all the time, it seems like, when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams supporting other creators. Now, on their channel, what you'll find is a very engaged conversation happening during the premieres and live streams. And the content surrounding the royal family in particular is interesting to see because she really knows her subject, and for that reason is able to lead the conversation in spectacular fashion, in my opinion. So I hope everybody will check out Mrs. VSNC09. She has been a very supportive channel for a very long time to a lot of different creators, and I hope you'll find that kind of support coming back to you after you connect with her. She's got almost 2,400 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. When we get back down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, we'll add some more. Another very much loved and well-respected creator is coming up right now, Hilda DC, who is always accompanied by Woody and Wendy. Will be up on the screen for a moment. She posts every single day. I could just imagine how far behind I am with her. I was thinking about that. I was like, why am I missing most of what Hilda DC is doing? You know, the weather is getting warmer here, and most of you may not know, but I happen to have a full-time gig. Half of that gig is doing YouTube and other social media for other creators, let's say. And then as well, I actually work outdoors, and within another week or two, I'm going to be heading out, and it'll be a bit of a struggle for me to be around on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as much as I have been. Have Cheetah View, good to see you in the house. But Hilda DC is somebody who posts just about every single day, and I've been lucky enough to be able to catch more of what she's been doing lately than usual. But I am going to take another video and put it in my catch-up list to make sure I get caught up a little bit. She streams frequently as well, usually a couple times a week, and then posts, always premieres. What you'll find in her content more than anything else are mukbang style challenges and basically reviews of different types of food and different new flavors of treats and snacks and things like that. And she's been doing a little bit more variety lately, and she does a lot of random live streams as well. She's willing to hop in with other creators on panels. She has other panelists up with her in StreamYard and things like that. She's bringing us shorts, videos, and live streams, and of course she's fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships, of course. Yeah, Michael's Adventures was talking about that being in a t-shirt for the last couple of days. Finally, our weather's played havoc on us here where I am, close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. feels like winter one day, summer the next day. We literally had a couple of days last week where it felt like t-shirt summer weather. The very next day there was snow again, an inch of snow on the ground, and then back to summer weather not too long after. It's supposed to be spectacular weather today, the rest of today and tomorrow. So we are going to head out to our theme park that's very close. It's Canada's biggest theme park called Canada's Wonderland. I'll go on my personal channel and do a stream there. But when we talk about Hilda DC, this is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She's been a member of our moderator squad for a very long time. She is another shining jewel in the Superchat family, and what you'll find in her content as well is a lot of positive affirmations. She is a very positive, inspiring, and motivating creator to a lot of different people. And I know a lot of other people will agree with those statements, like as a minimum. Hilda DC is incredibly positive, incredibly strong, and very much forthcoming about pushing people to, think more, be more, do more, but always in a positive and encouraging way. So I hope you'll witness that for yourself, that get that kind of support coming back for you when you connect with her. And again, that's Hilda DC, and like I said, she's here on our stream just about every day as a beloved and dedicated moderator. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Another longtime friend of Tuberchat with a couple of channels is here right now. That's TWT TV. And it's always good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And BK54 is somebody that's fairly new to Tuberchat. They actually just became a member, so thank you for that extra generosity. And like I said, they will be added to our Wheel of Doom as soon as I see them in the chat every day. And they are bringing us a variety in videos and shorts. Now, this is a creator I'm still getting to know because they're literally brand new here. IG is Instagram, Nicholas Family Adventures. A lot of people use FB for Facebook and IG for Instagram as abbreviations. If I miss a question or a comment that anybody mentions in the chat, I certainly don't mean to, but I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, as you can imagine. If there's something that you need me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. I will appreciate your patience, but it helps me see it a little bit easier unless you can mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. I know it's a very long name to have to type out on a phone, especially when you have to get every single character, including the dash, correct for it to light up. And there you go. Yes, all that fluff and stuff. YT is an abbreviation for YouTube as well, so we use a lot of those. So hopefully everybody will connect with BK54. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated creator. Like I said, I'm still getting to know them. This is why we like putting channels on the screen here. Over time, I get to know the channels better, hopefully the content, and eventually the creators, and I do a better job of promoting you every time you're here. And you'll hear that in the stories that I tell constantly. Greg's Vlog Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. BK54 right now has 121 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. So, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, we're doing well. I really will appreciate it. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is here. Another creator that comes to us from the homesteading community. I don't think we looked at her channel today. No, I looked at it earlier today. I knew I was behind with one video. I'm just going to take this tomato seedlings video and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. We have a lot to learn from Garden to Table with Heather Lynn as they bring us on. It's a lot of variety actually in this channel altogether, but they will bring us both like into the kitchen, out to the garden, and everywhere in between. Sometimes they're just giving us a look around, which is really, really cool. Now, I still have to get better versed on exactly what Pampered Chef is and how that exactly works, but you'll be able to learn that from Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. I know the name very well. I just don't know the details about how that company works with the independent consultants and stuff like that. However, I believe it's a company similar to many that we know. And I'm actually a fan of a lot of those companies. I'm not involved in any right now, where you can sign up other people and help each other along and stuff like that. But I think there's a lot of great companies out there. That might be one of them. I'm looking forward to learning about it. So Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is here with us almost every day, but this is another creator that I run into constantly when I'm out supporting other creators, bouncing in and out of different live streams and premieres. Mr. Bubbles, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And I'm just looking at what I can do about adding some names onto our Wheel of Doom from our chat list. And then thank you, Be Bodacious. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Tomorrow we're back again at a very much later time. And then Monday we're here very early. I am just looking at what I can do. Runneth Over is coming up. Runneth Over Garden and Life. Eerie Frog we looked at, right? Tamara Recipes is coming up. Come Hither with Heather. And I'll add some more names as we need them. So let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and because of the engagement signals that are sent to the algorithm, it could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Come Hither with Heather is another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yeah, Nordic Trip Coaching. It's called the Wheel of Doom. That name was dubbed in from one of our longtime friends, Mr. Naz. Basically a Tuber Chat original, but we keep the name in honor of him. He shows up once in a while. All that fluff and stuff is asking an interesting and loaded question. Are you able to do a reaction live on YouTube and not get a copyright strike? What I can tell you is this. Copyright, I don't want to say claims or strikes because it's not, but there's a copyright system in YouTube, and what happens is when YouTube detects that you have used somebody else's content, they have a copyright section on that creator's channel to show them what you've done. Now, if that creator decides, they can strike you right then and there. So it's not completely an automated system. So just imagine with me for a quick second. If somebody has some really compelling content and a lot of people are all copying it at the same time. I don't want to say copying, but using portions of their content at the same time. It's possible for that person to have a long list of copyright information that they have to either approve or deny. It's very easy to get trigger happy and start click, 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 and striking people, right? So it's something to be cautious of. I don't want to, spread fear and stuff like that. It's just that copyright strikes are very, very, very serious business. I wouldn't play around. This is why I don't do reaction videos. There are a lot of there's a lot that goes into reactions. So for instance, Emotion, who's with us here as both a moderator and a member and a longtime dear friend, a very generous creator, he's really put a lot of research time and consideration into getting the formula right. Another dear friend of ours, Happy Lux, has been doing a lot of reaction videos. He understands fully the formula needed to get those things done, to make sure you're using the right content. So it's possible to get people's permission to use stuff and do reactions, but it's something that's really touchy. And to be honest with you, this is when I talk about the idea, I'm very clear about what I have and haven't done. I haven't done any reactions. I don't intend to. And none of the creators who I have helped with their channels directly have done any of those, so I haven't had to deal with it. I have dealt with a lot of copyright, especially claims. I have lots and lots of claims. Those are fine. But strikes are a different thing. And I've seen this kind of thing come around. I have chosen to always give people, or under most of the time, give people the 7-day notice, right? I don't want to strike people unless, feel like it's absolutely necessary. You don't want to do that to anybody. I'd rather have people understand what's going on first. But it hasn't been something that's come up very much. So it's a thought. Forgive my loaded answer for what I feel was a loaded question. But it's a very serious consideration, I think, when we get into reactions. Four Corners, thank you so much for your super chat. Again, that's Four Corners Custom Products. They do merchandise. We'll look at that channel next for that reason. They have knocked a little bit more life off of our stream boss. I see Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is in the house. And I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. I certainly don't mean to, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. The other thing, so Nordic Drip Coaching says they might be hard to make. I don't want to get into too long of a speech about it, but the other thing about reactions, basically this is the way I put it all the time. Not anybody can just do any reaction and have that video fly. That's not how that works, right? There is a very specific formula, and in the right circumstances, when the right creator does the right kind of reaction video for their channel and audience, then it can really work. But it's, not just, you can't just take anything Mr. Beast does and react to it, or any song that Nicki Minaj is going to sing and just react to it. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm not an authority on reaction videos because I haven't done them. Right? So again, I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel ever, and I always want to try to be transparent about what I have or have not done or accomplished, if you want to put it that way, so you understand exactly the value of the information that I'm trying to share. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and I'm grateful for the things we can discuss here, because the more we talk about different things, the more we can all make better decisions for our videos and channels, myself included. Not saying I'll never do a reaction. I have considered the idea, but I've decided not to yet. And, pardon me. So, Nordic Drip Coaching, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up right after Four Corners Custom Products, who did the same thing just a moment ago. Nordic Drip Coaching. I'm just getting your channel onto a list for myself there, so I don't fall out of place. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. Copyright is tricky business, but I can tell you I have a lot of copyright claims for music, and it's been fine. YouTube does tell us that too many copyright claims can risk monetization. Now, I've decided to take the chance because I, have actually been involved in the music that I've used in most cases. But as long as you've got a lot of variety and it's few and far between, it's not bad. Corinne's Life, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope I didn't miss you in the chat for a long time. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for that. Corinne's Life is here both as a member and moderator, and has knocked a bit of life off of the stream boss. Enough so much, actually, they have just taken over. What I'm talking about is the video game life meter that you see under my camera there. The last person to knock the life out of the stream boss with a Super Chatter membership becomes the next stream boss and gets a little bit of extra exposure for that reason. So Corinne's life is in the house. I see Scratch and Pete reaching out to ask if the internet's back up and running. I forgot about that. They were going through an internet service change. I had trouble with the internet here yesterday. The stream was buffering like crazy. It was probably driving everybody bananas. And thank you, Corinne's life. Yeah, it makes sense, all that fluff and stuff. I'll be looking forward to what you do. The only thing that I ever want to say, of course, is just be cautious about reactions, just to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a jeopardizing situation with copyright. So Come Hither with Heather is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter on their channel. They bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with them and seeing what they've got for content. They've got a lot of live streams set up. I've got those reminders on, so hopefully I won't miss any of those. I can see I've just missed your latest, actually, reaction video. Interesting that we're talking about reaction videos, and there's one right there. I'm just going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. It's an interesting thumbnail that you've got there as well. I can't help but chuckle. And Werner's Adventures actually happens to be partners with Come Hither with Heather. These are both together and separately generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They have similar content actually on their different channels, so it's great that they support each other so well, and so many other creators so generously. So Werner's Adventures, I'm hoping we can push towards 500 subscribers. So I've got a little bit of a list here of super chats that have come in. We're going to put these channels up on the screen right away, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Four Corners Custom Products brings us a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of merchandise, and that can go anywhere from t-shirts to hats to mugs, to vinyl stickers, just about anything that can be printed. So it's great that we have this channel that we can use to learn from and use as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for your own channel or business. It's a great way to monetize. It's very popular, of course, and Four Corners Custom Products has almost 2,800 subscribers right now. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, so I hope everybody will connect with them. This is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time, so when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly supporting others with all the typical kinds of generosity that you see on YouTube. I'm just going to take one of your heat transfer videos here and add it into my catch-up list to make sure I am not too far behind. And we're going to get to Nordic Drip Coaching. Thank you one more time, Four Corners Custom Products, for another super chat. They've done that countless times. And Michael's Adventures, yeah, today we have a premiere from Chris's Clever Craft that is coming up, and that will be in another hour from now. And I'm just going to look at something here. Yeah, Michael's Adventures has given us a few premieres as well, and now that he's settled, we might see something soon from him as well. So Nordic Drip Coaching is here. I can see I'm behind with this channel. They've got 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,900 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to take your... I'm going to take this video, the weirdest facts about Finland, because I think that's going to be informative. I want to see what this video is. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up a little bit. Hopefully I won't fall too much farther behind. And Nordic Drip Coaching, of course, is bringing us a lot of variety on their channel. Now, I'm still getting to know their content. They've been with Tuber Chat for a while now, but I've got to catch up on some of their stuff. So here's one here, like Done with the American Dream. So this looks like something that's going to be informative and motivational. And then... yeah, how would I describe this? Forgive me because I'm just dancing around words here. So I want to say motivating and inspiring, possibly, content more than anything else, but a lot of other variety mixed in here as well. So I hope everybody will enjoy that. Not to mention Nordic Drip Coaching has been with Superchat for quite some time now, so I hope everybody will enjoy that long-term support coming back from them as well after you connect with them. Eerie Frog's got something new coming on Monday. That's cool. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. That will help me. I'll try to catch it the next time around. So next up is Corinne's Life. So thank you, Nordic Drip Coaching and Corinne's Life, for your super chats again. Corinne's Life has been a dear friend. She's done that countless times before as well. She's here as a member and a moderator, actually. And I see we have a brand new channel in the chat. Sifting Some Soil 55 is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Corinne's Life has over 1,800 subscribers. This is a channel that literally encompasses everything that is Corinne's Life. You get everything from vlogs here to Happy Meal videos, product reviews, unboxings, a lot of live streams where she has other people on panels with her, and of course she hops in with a lot of other creators on their channels as well. Lexus Ice ASMR, good to see you here. Mountain of Inspiration, good to have you in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. And Corinne's Life will always allow and encourage everybody to connect in their live streams and premieres the same way that we do here in TuberChat. Interestingly, they also are a small business owner, and they have a business called Lighthouse and Anchor Designs where they do merchandise very similar to Four Corners Custom Products. Now, Corinne's Life happens to be in Canada, and again, can print just about anything that can be printed, from t-shirts, hats, mugs, vinyl stickers, and tumblers and things like that. She brings us shorts as well as videos as well as live streams, and we get a behind the scenes look at how that merchandise is made. And then again, it's great to have now a couple of channels that we can use both to learn from about the processes used to make this kind of merchandise, and then use as a resource as well. You've seen some of Corinne's Life merchandise pop up during within the TuberChat family as well. And of course, she's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her when we get to her channel, including super chats and membership. So thank you, by the way, Corinne's Life, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Yes, and it's interesting. See, all that fluff and stuff is saying, I'm also happy to call Corinne family too. We say that word, and it's not that I want to use it loosely. It's because when I ask creators, all different kinds, what their favorite part about the YouTube journey is, almost always what I hear is the friendships that are made along the way. But what you're going to find, especially for anybody who's a little bit newer on YouTube, if you've only been on for about 6 months or even a year, friendships are probably developing for you. And it happens to all of us, but eventually what starts to happen, and it's not a race, it happens at different times for different people. Usually you don't notice, all of a sudden one day you just notice, like, oh, I've got these couple of creators who are, always there for me, truly have my back and things like that. And that happens, in and out of your channel. Some of the creators, just like in real life, you'll see every day, some you'll see only once in a blue moon, but it really starts to feel like family when things happen. Like, for instance, if you're gone for a couple of days and people start to notice and start reaching out to message you and look for you and things like that, and people have your back both on your channel with things they see and outside. And this is why we use the term so much. Here in TuberChat, we've been here long enough now that when you hear the stories, even if you haven't been here many times before, you get a feeling of how a lot of the creators here really do look at each other like family. It's easy for me to say the TuberChat family, right? Because I'm behind the channel here. But there are so many creators that expand that family out into their own channels as well. But it's wonderful when it really feels like that. And, you know, it's heartwarming for me when I run into other creators supporting each other, you know, and I see the friendships flourishing between other creators as well, going over and above for each other and things like that. So right now we're looking at Kicking It with Lulu. This is another creator who I'm still getting to know. They've got 194 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Paul's Green Space, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Motor City Scratchers, good to see you in the house. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. So Kicking It with Lulu is bringing us shorts videos as well as regular videos here. Now I'm just going to dig through their content for a second because, like I said, I'm still getting to know this creator, see if they've started streaming yet or if that's something that might come in the future. But they've got a lot of shorts, and it's great to see you're getting some activity on some of these. And it looks like a lot of variety on this channel. There's a lot of delicious looking content here. Now I'm going to take this latest video and add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up and make sure I don't fall too far behind with your channel. And you get back to the chat in a second here. When we spin, we're going to get to Lonnie's Songs and Other Things. Did we look at that channel today already or not yet? You'll have to forgive me, the days blend into each other for me. I forget, did we look at Lonnie's Songs and Other Things today? Yeah, of course we did. Okay, forgive me for that. We'll spin again. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. But, Mrs. VSNC09, we looked at that channel too. I got to clean up my wheel here. It's because I'm not doing a good job of keeping on top of the wheel. We'll spin one more time, and we'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. And then I'll add some more names to our wheel from our chat list. For those of you who haven't seen it already, a link was just dropped in the chat. Stream Elements drops that every half hour or so. All the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. And that's on a separate channel that we have. The music's available everywhere, but you can find free MP3 links via Dropbox as in the bottom of every description of every music video on that channel. So you can hop in there and use that if you want. There's a lot of past live streams with 11-hour mixes and stuff like that. So there's plenty of music over there, and hopefully you'll check that out. So Angel Light Over Darkness 33 has been a dear friend to Tuberchat for an extremely long time. This is somebody who has been with me for probably 2.5 years, since long before Tuberchat had even started, and now after 392 episodes is still coming back to support both me and the Tuberchat family. Let's take one of her videos and add it into my catch-up list. She does a lot of live streaming, and I had noticed this not too long ago that videos are something that there hasn't been a lot lately. So she's got a brand new video here, but she streams frequently, and she has an interesting channel. It's the only one I've seen of its kind. And she reads angel numbers, and this is done based on when you arrive on her channel during the live streams. But it can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what's happening now, what might be to come. And she's an incredibly positive, motivating, and inspiring creator. So I hope everybody will enjoy that after you connect with Angel Light Over Darkness 33. MTGV TV is in the house. That's Make This Go Viral TV. They happen to be a member. I'm going to get them on the wheel right away. And I'm going to get some more names from our chat list right now. So let me see what I can do about getting that done. It's interesting because we have a lot of creators in the Tuberchat family as well. A lot of channels that do, let's say, tarot card reading and things of that nature. But Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is the only one that I've seen do what she does specifically. Now, I haven't searched for any others, but you know, like I said, Angel Light Over Darkness 33 has been with me ever since I found the small YouTuber community. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, but I found the small YouTuber community a couple of years in, and Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is one of the extremely generous creators willing to help others, so much so that I was inspired, and this is where Tuber Chat even comes from. So Nicholas Family is brand new to Tuber Chat today. We're going to get that channel up soon enough. Nicholas Family Adventures is on the wheel. All that fluff and stuff is coming up. Patty's Southern Kitchen and more. And I think Ace Flaw 1 is still with us. Ace Flaw 1, let me know if you're still here, please. That's Andy. He's been with Tuber Chat from the beginning as well. And I'll get that channel right onto the wheel. So let's spin right now, and we'll see what's happening with all that fluff and stuff. Did Fresball Collects come back in? Yeah, there they are. So Fresball Collects, we actually looked at your channel earlier. It came up not too long after you were in the chat to let us know you'd be back. All that fluff and stuff is here from Australia. Now, they've been enjoying their summer months, and so they've been able to bring us a lot of content, particularly from on the water. So they take us mud crabbing, snorkeling, reef fishing, and a lot of other activities as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. This is a bit of a different kind of video. Catch, clean, and cook Queensland mud crab. That'll be interesting to see. So I'm going to take this video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up with this creator. One of the things that all that fluff and stuff will recommend is the idea of doing a shorts video to promote your long-form content, which is something that works for them, something people can experiment with. All Glorious Platters got to head out, but definitely willing to swap playlists. I've swapped with her if anybody wants to do that. And all that fluff and stuff is approaching 1,100 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. When we talk about the idea of swapping playlists, if anybody would like to do that with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, then please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We got just over 45 minutes to go. Chris's Clever Craft has a premiere for us. I will leave this live stream running right up until the minute that starts, but you'll be able to continue meeting more friends and family members when you're over there with Chris's Clever Craft. We will all go over there together. Like I said, that's about 45 minutes from now. I'll start dropping the link for that when we get about 15 minutes away. So Runneth Over Garden and Life is here with us just about every day lately as well. I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. I'm still getting to know this channel, but they come to us from the homesteading community. I've mentioned it many times, but this is where we find a lot of extremely generous and supportive creators, not just to each other, but to other channels as well. They're constantly, you know, it seems pushing each other to hit different milestones, and very inspiring and things like that. So Runneth Over Garden and Life, it looks like I'm caught up with your latest videos, but I'm going to take a different one. I'm going to take your eggshell benefits video here, and I'm going to learn something here. I'm going to take this video, add it into my catch-up list, and I keep saying this about homesteading companies. Now, homesteading channels, is that, at least for myself, I find that we can probably learn something. I mean, we learn from creators of all kinds every single day, but I think we can probably all learn from a lot of the creators that come to us through the homesteading community. They're talking about self-sufficiency, growing our own food, building our own things, maintaining our own, you know, places, and in a lot of cases saving money and things like that. So, you know, I really enjoy the content that I've seen from a lot of these creators. And I'm very grateful for the unbelievable support that I see, not only for, Tuber Chat and, of course, myself, but for a lot of other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that also. We can see that they are mixing up the content. They've got shorts and long-form content here. We'll keep an eye on this channel and see if they're going to start live streaming at any point, too. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. It's already time for me to get some more names onto our wheel from our chat list, so I'll do that. Ghostly Winds is here, and they have been a longtime dear friend of Tuber Chat. This is somebody who always comes to mind when I think about the speech that I usually give about people truly having your back, right? We talk about friends, we talk about especially family, and I mention often the idea that, sometimes you run into creators that truly do have your back. You hear me talk about a lot of creators this way, like, all of our moderators here on Tuber Chat are longtime friends of mine. There's a special, very long-winded story that goes with each one of those creators and my friendship with them, the reason why they are a moderator here on Tuber Chat, and the fact that they all live wholeheartedly by the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive. They're all friends with each other and unbelievably supportive creators. But there are many others. I just haven't added a moderator in a long time. We don't need to. We have a core group of 7 or 8 that are here just about every single day, and a core group of about 15 or 20 that are here occasionally within, right? So Ghostly Winds is another longtime friend of Tuber Chat. They're doing well. They're approaching 800 subscribers now. They're well on the road to 800. And this is another creator who goes over and above to show generosity, and somebody who I can truly say is a friend and truly has my back on YouTube. So, I put a lot of focus on that because I just want you to understand some of the different things you're going to experience if you haven't yet. There are a lot of wonderful people out there willing to support way over and above all the typical things that we talk about. Kevin Fishes, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody spends, even if you're just coming by to say hello and give that thumbs up. So thank you for that. And Mr. Bones, yes, word up. And Mr. Bubbles is still in the house as well. Mr. Bones is another creator. If you hit Have Cheetah Will View's channel, you will hear Have Cheetah Will View speak very highly of Mr. Bones, not just as a moderator, but a friend and somebody who truly has his back and looks out for his channel as well. So Ghostly Winds is a very dynamic creator. Now I'm just going to take their latest longer video here, this Sega Saturn video. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. I don't want to fall behind with them. But Ghostly Winds does a lot of gameplay. You'll notice the Sega and Nintendo logos, so they do a lot of retro gaming, and it's interesting to me because I grew up with this stuff, but they still introduce me constantly to games that I hadn't even heard of before or don't remember. And they are a very dynamic creator. They keep up with the gameplay. You can feel the energy and excitement in them. Like, you can feel the fun that they're having while they're playing, but they're able to keep up with the chat at the same time. And it's really something to see. So I hope everybody will connect with Ghostly Winds and you'll get an idea of that, very extra special support that I'm talking about. I'm just going to see what I can do about adding some more names onto our wheel from our chat list. I know yesterday was a really unbelievably busy day. It was a long wait for a lot of creators to get onto the wheel. For those of you who were here yesterday and are back again today, I appreciate that patience. I wonder if we saw Ace Flaw 1. I asked if he was still here, and then I didn't catch the answer, but that's okay. Gloria's Platter, let me know if you're still in the house. Gail's Southern Living is coming up. So Gail's Southern Living has 3 different channels. Here's an idea, right, for anybody that comes in with more than one channel. Anybody that has more than one is welcome to. I'm not recommending starting 2nd or 3rd channels. I'm just saying if you already have one, it's fine to come in. The only thing I ever ask is that they're treated separately. But there's an interesting caveat to that, if you want to put it that way. So the wheel and the way that I determine the order in which channels are added is run by a robot that I keep here called Bottissimo. You recognize it because you see messages from Bottissimo in the chat all the time, but this is one of those services and it does a great job of keeping statistics in the background. Great Farmer Freelance, good to see you in the house. And in the case of, let's say, Gail Southern Living, right, this is somebody who comes to Tuber Chat almost daily, spends a lot of time. They've gone over and above with generosity. As a matter of fact, making a video how to use Tuber Chat to help people get, maximize the time that they spend here way over and above a shout out video, for which I was grateful. But when you come in with more than one channel, what can happen is you won't rise up the list from the robot as quickly as you otherwise might have. So it makes it just the smallest bit out of order, but I just feel bad sometimes because I miss creators that I know have been here and engaging, but because the list hasn't shown, they might miss a chance. Not everybody could just be here for 2.5 hours because it's convenient for me to stream at this time. I know that, and for that reason, I even more so appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Patty's Southern Kitchen and More brings us delicious looking content. They've got a small bit of variety on their channel in between the recipe videos. I'm going to take this breakfast video because breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. Now, if you're asking me my favorite food, I always say lasagna, even though it's probably pizza. And but breakfast is my favorite meal. So whether it's day, night, and it could be 4 in the morning, and it's still breakfast that I'm looking at on the menu a lot of the time. So I'm going to look at that. Oh, yeah, Nordic Drip Coaching, yeah. Sorry, what I meant to say, I'm not sure if I was clear. They made a video, a lot of creators will make shout-out videos, and we have a couple of playlists on our front page. They're called shelves when you dress up the front of your channel. And a couple of those playlists are for shout-out videos that people have made, either about Tuber Chat or about a lot of creators that included Tuber Chat. But Gail Southern Living did an extra special one, and it's a how to use Tuber Chat video to show everybody their instructions for how to get the most out of your time here in Tuber Chat. And I thought that was really cool because it's interesting for me to see as well. And thank you, all that fluff and stuff. I do appreciate that. I wish I would be a little more fun. I know I'm all business and I'm, get into the speeches and it's like go, go, go all the time. But this is why I also enjoy having other channels, right, where you can see me in a different light. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to Canada's Wonderland, which is our nation's biggest theme park. It happens to be only a couple of hours away from me, but we have special passes that they've carried over from the last couple of years, and tomorrow's a special preview day. The park doesn't actually open officially till next week, so I'm hoping to get out and I'll do that as a live stream, and it's different stuff. Dixie Cuddles Fitness, good to see you in the house, and Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you in the house for what I believe is the second time. Thank you for coming in. I'm just getting a couple more names onto our wheel. Let me just check for Ace Flaw 1 again. Andy was here for a while today, and thank you, TWTTV. Forgive me for anything I miss in the chat. I'm just looking through our list so I can start adding some names onto the wheel. Have Cheetah Will View will come up right now. And I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels than I have for a while. Because we have got just over about 35 minutes to go before we head to Chris's Clever Crafts channel for a premiere. TWTTV is coming up. Mr. Bones and Have Cheetah Will View are on the wheel, and I'll get some more names as we need them. If anybody has the ability to share this live stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I will appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now. But because of the engagement signals that are sent into the YouTube algorithm, them, it could also see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. So Mr. Bones is up right now, and I touched on this earlier, but Have Cheetah Will View gave a really wonderful recommendation. That's the wrong word to use, but they just spoke very highly of Mr. Bones at one point. Now, Mr. Bones is somebody who brings fun everywhere they go. This is an incredibly supportive creator, and when I've been out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I've run into them regularly. You know, they come into Tuber Chat frequently as well, but they're always fun in the chat, and this is something that I notice, right? And, you know, in the chat, I have my own, like, things that I say. You all know me well enough, or most of you know me well enough to know the different things that I do. But when I talk about that, you know, here on Tuber Chat, I tend to be a lot more serious. We're talking about channels, we're talking about YouTube and this and that. And it's nice to see creators be able to bring that fun around with them. Mr. Bones is an example. Chris's Clever Craft, we're going to go and visit in another half hour. But I thought it was wonderful to hear the way that Have Cheetah Will View was talking about Mr. Bones when he was describing the help that Mr. Bones gives, both as a moderator and a friend, and helping with the channel, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot more to it than simply dropping links or simply banning trolls and things like that. One of the thoughts is that you hope, you know, I'm sure everybody will agree, but you hope that your moderators enjoy the streams as well as everybody else, right? Because, you know, they're spending time there. It's a wonderful thing that you can find people with generosity willing to help you, willing to drop the links you want, or mention the things you need mentioned, or ban the trolls when you need that kind of help as well. But you hope that they enjoy it. So it seems to me that Mr. Bones really does, and they enjoy supporting a lot of other creators. I'm sure a lot of other creators will have wonderful things to say about Mr. Bones, but I just want to put a focus on that because they both happen to be here at the same time. I know Mr. Bones has been here for a while. So let me get into your videos. I'm just going to see what I can grab to catch up with. I'm going to grab this 7-minute one, actually. Actually, I'll grab, you know what? I'm going to go farther. I'll grab this 9-minute one. Sometimes when I'm grabbing one video, I just want to grab something a couple minutes longer, right? Every minute matters, especially when we're talking about watch hours and things like that. Silent partner, there you go, yes. And there's a lot to it, you know, like it's easy to get complacent and forget all the work that goes into, you know, moderating. Yesterday was an unbelievable day. Like, so for the last few weeks, Tuber Chat's been over the top busy, and for that I'm very grateful. So, you know, thank you everybody who's been able to come and be a part of that and see it and this and that. But yesterday was just like a day. I insisted there was a full moon out there. Something was going on. I don't know if it was just with me or with, you know, what was happening, but Scratch and PPA had to grab so many of my mistakes yesterday. It was like a record-breaking day for how much, you know, work Scratch and Pete had to do to clean up my mistakes. And, you know, it's wonderful to be grateful and say you're grateful and stuff like that. But I think it's easy to forget when we have moderators and things like that, how much they really have to do. I mean, Scratch and PPA to catch, and I'm just putting a lot of focus on this one creator because yesterday was such an unbelievable day. But to be able to catch all these different things, you know, like, hey, Kevin, you missed a question in the chat, and you missed a super chat flying through, and you missed, you know, like this other thing, and this member should be on the wheel and stuff like that. So many things that I missed. So I just want to put a lot of focus on that because, like I said, you know, I heard Have Cheetah Will View talking about Mr. Bones, speaking so highly. You know, I hope I speak highly enough about all of our moderators here because, like I keep saying, they're all longtime dear friends of mine. They all have channels of their own, but they all go extremely, you know, I can't say enough, over and above with generosity to support each other, myself, the stream, the whole Tuber Chat family. They are what holds this thing together because if it wasn't for that, you literally wouldn't be able to do it, right? You know, people will come through and occasionally say like, oh, I don't know how Kevin does what he does, but it's, you know, there's not even a chance of being able to do this. Tuber Chat would fall apart in 2 seconds if it wasn't for that help. And I know a lot of creators who have moderators helping in that way will say the same thing about their streams and their channels. So Forgive me for my long speech again. You can tell I'm so passionate about this stuff. But Gail Southern Living is up here right now. Now, she's got 3 different channels. We'll take a quick look at the other 2. But this is the creator I keep talking about who happened to do a shout-out video. And there's a lot of those out there now. I'm appreciative of all of them. And I've been on a lot of channels. Have Cheetah Will View was one that I was interviewed on, for instance. But Gail Southern Living did a video that was how to use TuberChat, and I thought that was really interesting. It's the first I've seen of something like that, but it gave a new perspective. And she is incredibly generous. She's built up an incredible reputation as a supporter to an unbelievable number of creators with 3 different channels. Now, I'm just going to take one of her latest videos here, add it into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with this channel. I just want to go back to her other 2. She's fully monetized here. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships. I'm going to go to Coupon Gail. She brings the same positivity and encouragement on this channel, but with the added bonus of helping us save money in different ways. And then when we look at Southern Sandy Crafts, this is another creator or another channel from Gail Southern Living with 444 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther here. I'm just going to take her latest video here, one of her latest videos, and I'm going to take this Tennessee video, add it into my catch-up list. And let's spin the wheel. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster. I know I got into a long speech today again. The Gathering Within, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Facing Reality is coming up right now. The Gathering Within, did you find us through Pete's channel? You know, it's interesting. A lot of people will send messages to TuberChat, but they'll say, like, hey, Kevin and Pete, because he's so recognizable. As far as I know, he's only ever missed 1 TuberChat live stream since, certainly since becoming a moderator, but I think even before that, since finding TuberChat. I could be mistaken, of course, but it seems that way. And that was only because he was getting his internet fixed. I know I missed a channel coming in the chat. Moments with Queen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this might be your first time. I think you've been here before, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And yes, the wheel has found you, Facing Reality. It didn't quite take 2.5 hours yet. It was just close. So Facing Reality is officially on the road to 1K. This is a creator who tells you in her banner that she brings positive messages in a fun way, but she does that in her content, and she brings positivity, motivation, and inspiration everywhere she goes, with a lot of energy as well. Here in the chat, she is a creator who is not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to share lessons learned along the way, and is a big part of the reason why I might describe the fact that I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. Because Facing Reality, for instance, is somebody who engages conversation so much, and we can all benefit from that. So I hope everybody will connect with Facing Reality. She has been a very dear friend to TuberChat. If I was to go through all the statistics and go back over all the past 392 live streams of TuberChat, you will find that Facing Reality is way at the top of the list for time spent here in TuberChat. She is definitely a shining jewel in the TuberChat family, but again, she brings that positivity everywhere she goes as well. So I'm going to take your latest video. I just don't want to fall too far behind, and we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that 1,000. We know she's thinking about it. She can see it on the horizon now. The Gathering Within, thank you so much. I had just actually added you to the wheel, but they dropped a super chat on us. The Gathering Within happens to be a fellow Canadian. They split their time between the US and Canada, if I am right about that. Our term for that is a snowbird, if I'm right as well. And The Gathering Within, we're going to look at that channel right away. So thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. I had added another couple of names, but I'll get a few more on the wheel in another moment here. Yeah, The Gathering Within. So I'm behind with your channel, but I'm going to take your sunset campfire video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. And we can see here that they're talking about guided affirmations, right? So it's interesting when we have a lot of these relaxation channels, if we want to put it that way, where they mix up the visuals and the audio to bring us, you know, a pleasing experience. There's something that you can sit and watch and relax to, or run in the background while you're doing other things. But The Gathering Within has these affirmations that come along as well, and brings an extra level of positivity while we're kind of chilling out to this content. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They've been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter in the Superchat family, and I run into them frequently, if not constantly as well, when I'm out supporting other creators also. I put a lot of focus on that because I want you to understand the kind of support you're going to get coming back to you after you connect with them. So we're not sure on a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards their next milestone. We know they're over 500 because they've got that community tab there. And there you go. Yes, Nicholas Family Adventure says 1,000 seems so far away. I'm sure that's for everybody when you first start your channel. We all start at 0. Every single channel, right? But had 100 at New Year's Day, about to hit 200 now, and it's wonderful to see how rapidly some channels can grow. The most important thing, of course, is to have a strong and solid foundation of true supporters. That's why we do the things we do here in Tuberchat, but it's wonderful to see that we're moving. Are you at 1K right now, The Gathering Within? Forgive me for getting that. Oh, you hit 1K yesterday. My goodness. The Gathering Within has just hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to be curious about how your hours are then. But that's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news. So The Gathering Within has actually just crossed 1,000 subscribers. Now, we'd still love to get them a few extras because we know YouTube plays games with all of our numbers, our watch hours, our likes, our views, everything. So we just want to push them a little bit farther to make sure that they don't slip below that milestone. But essentially, they have hit that 1,000 subscribers. That's wonderful news, The Gathering Within. And forgive me if I didn't, if I should have already known that and didn't. Let's get Motor City Scratchers on the wheel. Dixie Cuddle Fitness. Is on the wheel. Mountain of Inspiration is here. This is another creator who's not only here in Tuberchat almost every day, but out supporting others regularly as well. I'm just going to set my reminder for the premiere that you've got coming up. I'm going to take your latest video and add it into my catch-up list so I can catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. You've got 577 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. And then, yes, Michael's Adventures YouTube cheats greatly playing this game. Michael's Adventures is a perfect example of somebody who has experienced significant loss, since even all at once, let alone the ups and downs that always go, right? And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Rambling with the Brums is here as well, and they are a fellow Canadian. They happen to be a member, so I put them on the wheel right away. Mr. Bubbles is on the wheel as well. Oh, sorry, you're late. Never late. I appreciate every moment everybody spends. Of course, Mountain of Inspiration is going to motivate us and inspire us with wealth, health, and spirituality. hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 600 that they're thinking about. And we've got a premiere coming up in just over 20 minutes. So I'm going to start dropping the link shortly. I'm going to get to as many channels on the screen between now and then as we can. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster. And let's get Mr. Bubbles up here. YouTube wants to misspell for us, but when we get it right, it's Mr. Bubbles with no spaces in between. And once we get this channel up here, you'll recognize the avatar. You can match that. They've got 411 subscribers right now. No Commentary Gaming is what they bring to us, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards that 500 and see if we can get their community tab coming up for them as well. Multi-Hunter 247 is here. I'm going to start really racing through channels, so forgive me. We always get busier, or sorry, we always get faster as the stream goes on, but I really do want to try to get as many channels on the screen as I can between now and then. The truth of the matter is that as long as everybody's connecting here, meeting new friends and family members, that's what we're here for. I just put channels on the screen because we need something to do for 2 hours while we're here, right? It's the best idea we have, and I enjoy doing it because we get to feature these channels, learn about their content, learn about the creators, and my stories hopefully get a little bit better as I promote these channels. So for instance, Scott from Rambling with the Brums lives about 6 hours away from me, close to Ottawa, which is our nation's capital, and obviously for that reason is a fellow Canadian, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's been a member for a while here, so I put him on the wheel as soon as he came in. But Rambling with the Brums has built up an incredible reputation both as a supporter and a moderator. This is somebody who truly uplifts a lot of other creators, because when you join them in their live streams, you'll hear a lot of stories from them as well about other creators while they're trying to connect different creators together and things like that. They're constantly pushing for milestones. So whether you're working on 100 or 200 or 500 or 800 or whatever it might be, Rambling with the Brums is constantly doing things, going over and above with generosity. The other day, Rambling with the Brums, Scott was giving away products for celebrating another creator hitting a milestone, which was really, really cool. There was a creator that was hitting 500, and they said, if we get them to 500 today, I'll do a giveaway today instead of on Saturday. Rambling with the Brums does frequent live streams, usually on Thursdays and Saturdays. They post frequently as well. You can see they're bringing us shorts, and then they come to us from the homesteading community, so we have a lot to learn from this creator as well as be entertained and inspired by. So let's spin the wheel. We're getting close to 100 thumbs up. Yeah, I haven't been mentioning as much as I usually do, but if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. It helps get the algorithm some positivity and engagement signals, of course, right? I'm just putting a link up for Chris's Clever Crafts premiere. I'm going to pin that. Anybody can hop over there anytime they like. Because it's a premiere, the live chat is already running, and we'll all go over there together in about 15 minutes and raid. You'll be able to continue connecting the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat while you're in that premiere, and I'll come over as well for a few minutes, and like I said, we'll raid. And then thank you, Rambling with the Brums. I still haven't opened your envelope. Forgive me. I will. What I want to do is use it for a Happy Meal video, I'm assuming. So as soon as I can get a moment to get that done, I will do that. And then I'll open it. I just want to take my time doing that. You know what I did? Yogi Hollow Farm was the first creator ever to send me unsolicited Happy Mail of any kind. And it was interesting because when I opened their envelope, I was very careful. I took a knife and I opened it. You'll see it one of these days if I ever put the video up, if I ever get around to it. But I had sliced the note that they gave me right in half. And I told them right away, but they kind of laughed. You know, I'm sure we've all done that at some point in our life. But so I want to be extra careful from now on. Lesson learned, I hope, right? Make This Go Viral TV actually has 2 different channels, but this is MTGV TV. They've been a member of Superchat for quite some time now, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. This is a creator that does a lot of live streams with other panelists as well, and hops in on other panels. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They are definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They have almost 2,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I am Betty J. Gathers is holding the raid hostage until we get those 100 thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given one, I hope you will. Please don't forget to give Chris's Clever Craft a thumbs up on the way into his premiere as well. We're going to look at TWT TV. Now, this is another creator with a couple of channels. Really a dynamic family of creators. They've been long time friends of TuberChat. Now, both of their channels have been featured on TuberChat in the past, but by the time we featured those 2 channels, it was like way overdue. They're posting frequently now. Holy, I thought I just caught up with you. Holy smokes. Okay, so it's been 3 weeks. I can't believe that. They're posting like crazy. Let me take your latest video. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list for now. That will help me get caught up a little bit. They're halfway on the official road to 1K, 954 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'd love to get them a little bit closer to that 1,000. Chris's Clever Craft is coming in with 2 extra accounts to give us those extra thumbs up. Thank you. I think that actually did it. We are just past 100 thumbs up. So thank you everybody for that. Phasma Nut is Chris's Clever Craft's 2nd channel, and Tip the Table is his 3rd. Kaiser Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is a 2nd channel, and it's interesting because on TWT TV, it's pure variety. They take us, you know, behind the scenes in the home. They take us on adventures, and we really get a great look at the dynamic family behind that channel. But Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is a channel where they make music videos by the same creators from TWT TV. So I hope everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to spin the wheel again. We'll get to another channel, and I will drop the link for Chris's Clever Crafts premiere another couple of times in a few more minutes. I'm assuming Chris's Clever Craft has a 5-minute intro on that premiere. Tamara Recipes is coming up. It's been a long wait. They were actually here right from the beginning of the stream. I don't know if they're still with us. Maybe not, but this is another channel that wants to bring us delicious looking content. Obviously a mix of videos and shorts for now. I'm going to see if I can get a special cameo appearance from our friend Trouble Von Cuddlepuss. Oh, he doesn't like being picked up, but look at the green light. We've talked about this. This is Trouble Von Cuddlepuss, and he sometimes makes frequent appearances here on TuberChat. I thought he would like to say hello for a second. He usually growls at me when I put him down after that. Oh, goodness, and I'll whip my green screen back into place here. For those of you looking for a green screen that's portable like that, I love this thing. Kristin got it for me. It was a Valentine's gift, as a matter of fact, and I did a review of it on my personal channel. I love that thing, and it's still in perfect shape after well over 400 videos now, or streams. So I'm just going to take the latest video here, add it into my catch-up list. This will help me stay caught up with them, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. That's Tamara Recipes. Oh, Dixie Cuddles Fitness has a couple of cats that come in their videos. We have 2 cats here, but one of them really doesn't like being picked up, or at least not by me. So I try not to do too much. But Trouble Von Cuddlepuss that you just saw there has been starring in many different shorts on YouTube. I'm usually on Kristin's channel, but even a couple of my videos as well, or at least one. And they've been on Tuber Chat many times too. Motor City Scratchers is obviously coming to us from the lottery ticket scratching genre and community of channels. Get to the farm. We're going to raid Chris's Clever Craft. I've got a link pinned. Let me drop it again. Motor City Scratchers, I actually caught them on a live stream. I know I keep telling the same stories over and over, but I caught them on a live stream the other day, and because they are so supportive and they will encourage and allow people to connect as well, they actually sent a couple of friends over who are now with us here in the Tuber Chat family, for which I'm grateful. There's the link for the raid. We're going to go to Chris's Clever Craft. Obviously, there's a couple people in there already. The live chat is already running, but we'll all head over there in about 10 minutes together and raid. Just please say Tuber Chat raid when you get there. Give him a thumbs up for sure on the way in, and he'll have something interesting for us to see. Motor City Scratchers, of course, is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. This channel brings us a mix of live streams and videos and shorts. So it's unique in that way. A lot of lottery ticket scratching channels, what I've found, do a lot of videos and maybe shorts. But this is one that live streams as well, and it's always a good time, and they're always very warm and welcoming there as well. Choices, Places, People, good to see you back in the house again today. Thank you for coming in. Dixie Cuddles Fitness is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And Dixie Cuddles Fitness has been here before, but this is the first time that we're putting this channel on the screen. It's not always just about how long you're here. That's part of it. Also, how much you're interacting with other creators in the chat. I'm just going to set my reminder for some of your premieres here. And I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take this latest video, how to set up a video premiere. I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I'm going to get as many channels on the screen as I can. How do you get monetized, says Nicholas Family Adventures. So it requires 1,000 subscribers as a minimum, and you must get 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes of eligible watch time within a year or 365 days. So it's the watch hours that I find people usually end up chasing harder than the subscribers. So most creators get 1,000 subscribers first, and then they eventually get the watch hours. But it doesn't always work out that way. But those are the requirements. And it's almost an automatic situation. In your YouTube studio, you'll find a monetization tab that gives you the details. So when you get to 1,000 subscribers, make sure you're having a look there to get that system underway. And Get to the Farm has 815 subscribers. So I'm just going to take their latest video and add this into my catch-up list. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm still getting to know this channel, but they come to us from the homesteading community as well. Forgive me for not knowing. Get to the Farm is I want to know your other channel. I'm just curious because it's featured by itself here. So I just wonder if that's the case. Let me know if that was something that I hadn't already noticed. But one of the things we do here is, you know, I push a lot of swapping playlists with other creators so that you can gain watch hours faster. So on that note, if anybody here is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I'm really rifling through channels now. I just want to try to get as many on as we can. You narrate that for your hubby. I understand. Okay, get to the farm. I'm going to try to remember that now so I can show both of those channels at the same time. So thank you for that. I should have known that. For some reason, when I saw it, I thought I remembered something. I think somebody mentioned that on their channel the other day, right on another channel. Nicholas Family Adventures is brand new to TuberChat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this kid's soccer game video. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Oh, I see. You tend to visit at different times. Thank you. Get to the farm. Multi-Hunter 247 is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on. I thought that we had seen that channel before, but I must have been mistaken. They've been here once before, but today's the first time we're putting them on the screen. So the same thing. Again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take this 10-minute video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. As I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. And again, we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Spiky is in the house. Am I right? Did I catch you on a live stream for the first time yesterday or the day before? I think I caught Spiky for the first time. I forget if it was on a live stream or a premiere, but I think it was a live stream. I could be mistaken. I might be wrong. I might have just like shared a video or watched a video. And I'm going to get Lord Texas Boy Gaming. I just put them on the wheel. They came up right away. Spiky's coming on the wheel. These are going to be the last 3 channels that we look at now. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is a longtime friend of TuberChat. But I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to take your latest video. I'm going to add it into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind. I'm always happy to see GTA content. Paul's Green Space is going to come up next. I'm just dropping the link for our raid. We're going to go and see Chris's Clever Craft. He's got a premiere for us set up, and we'll go over and see what he's got going on. You'll be able to continue meeting new friends and family members when you're over there, the same way that we do here. And I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so we can clean up our connections here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Let's get Paul's Green Space up here. Thank you, Lord Texas Boy Gaming, for coming to visit again. And Paul's Green Space has 273 subscribers. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. So I'm going to take your latest video, Harvesting Beetroot. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up or get to know your content a little bit better. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, Paul's Green Space has been here several times, so I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. You'll get that kind of loyal and dedicated support coming back to you after you connect. Oh, is Paul Green Space Australian too? What did all that fluff and stuff see that I didn't see? Or did they already know? Maybe they already knew. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And we'll see what's happening with Have Cheetah Will View. This is a creator that does a lot of interviews. They put a lot of focus on other creators. I was honored to have been interviewed on their channel. That video still gets views to this day. It keeps trickling along, which is really cool. Have Cheetah Will View has 631 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Pardon me, towards the 700 that they're thinking about. And they do a lot more than interviews on their channel. You'll see they do a lot of movie reviews and a lot of DVDs. I've been seeing a lot of, or I don't know if it's DVDs or Blu-rays in particular, but or if it's one of the other preference, one preferenced over the other. But Have Cheetah Will View is somebody who supports on all of my channels and has for a very, very, very long time. They're an unbelievably supportive creator. They've been a dear friend for a long time. Another creator who truly has my back and somebody who, you know, I speak to outside. Anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm always on Instagram, usually on Facebook, and sometimes on Twitter. And Have Cheetah Will View puts a lot of focus on other creators, but they have a lot of interesting people on their channel. They interview a lot of creators of all types, including actors, producers, YouTubers, singers, everybody. So I hope everybody will connect with them and see what I'm talking about. Next, we're going to spin the wheel just for fun. Spiky's going to be the last channel that we're going to look at for today. But like I said, we're going to leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes. And I will drop the link again in another second here so that everybody can head over to Chris's Clever Crafts channel for a premiere that he's got going on. We visited him before. He's a creator who brings fun everywhere he goes. So we'll likely see some interesting stuff on his channel. Now, Chris's Clever Craft is bringing us a premiere that's the 4th in a series where he has made a deal to trade some work for a car, if you can imagine that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Spiky's a bit of a, it's not a difficult channel to find, it's just a popular word. So just please, while you're looking for Spiky, make sure that you match that avatar. The more we search, find, and click on each other, the more we'll rise up the search results, and YouTube will eventually do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Spiky. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment that everybody spends here. I hope you'll join me on my personal channel tomorrow for a live stream from Canada's Wonderland early in the day tomorrow, hopefully in the late morning or early afternoon, and then we'll be back for a very late edition of Tuber Chat tomorrow night. That will be episode number 393. Let's go visit Chris's Clever Craft. Make sure to give him a thumbs up on the way in. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.